consistency day 64, you make mistakes. Mistakes don't make you. We all stumble. We all fall. We all say the wrong thing. We all get with the wrong person. But that's normal. That's life. That's what being human is about. And it's not about falling. Falling is a good thing because that means you're moving. That means you're trying. And mistakes are a good thing because if you don't keep making the same mistake, you're better, smarter, and more efficient each time going forward. But our mistakes are how we learn. It's our teacher. And, you know, it doesn't matter how many times you fall. The Bible even says, even a righteous person can fall 7 times, but they'll stand back up. And think about all the times in just movies and things. Rocky Balboa, he lost multiple times before he won. And just look at history. Thomas Edison, how many times did he try to make the light bulb before he officially made it? It was like 1,000 times or something crazy, they say. But too many times we want to run from our mistakes, or we want to shame ourselves from our mistakes. And when you bury your mistake as a seed, if you have it as shame, it's going to die. It's going to wither away. But if you pour water onto it, like, and learn from it, like your wisdom, it's going to flourish. It's going to create more wisdom and create better things. Because you have to fail before you can succeed. Otherwise, how do you know what success is? But mistakes can be a good thing. It just proves that you're moving. It proves that you're trying something. And, you know, if you're scared of making mistakes, I can guarantee you're probably not doing anything worth doing. You probably don't have a good career, a good, you know, the relationship you want, because you have to risk walking up to that person and saying something awkward or the wrong thing, and yeah, them turning you down. You have to face rejection. Rejection is just redirection, and mistakes are necessary. The only 2 ways to learn in life are mistakes and mentors, and you need an equal amount of both lessons. You need to fall straight on your face into concrete, quote unquote, in life in order to just learn. Like, it just makes things, it just brings things, like, you can only learn things through pain sometimes. Like, I think Mark Twain said something like, a man carrying a cat by the tail can only learn that lesson one way. So use that analogy. Sometimes you have to get hurt physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, just to learn that lesson. You know, get your car repossessed, get evicted from your house. You'll learn a lesson. You'll feel some pain. You know, go through that heartbreak. You know, you can have a high school sweetheart, be with her or him for 4 or 5 years and then break up. Feel like your life's over, but really you're 18, 19, 20 years old. You still got a lot of life left. But it hurts in that time period, and it can hurt us. And those lessons are valuable, though. They're very valuable. They're valuable for us, and they're valuable for the people that we're going to inspire and uplift, whether it's our own kids, whether it's family members, a niece, a nephew, whether it's somebody in your community, somebody at your church, a stranger you bump into that you see is having a hard day, but you're able to share that wisdom and that knowledge through your mistakes. And you know, you can't let them define you. They don't define you. Your mistake doesn't define you, but it can be a defining moment to lead you somewhere better, to propel you on your journey to the path which you were meant to take. There's so many good rags to riches stories. There's so many people that got addicted to drugs and overcame that, and now they're a spokesperson to keep kids or people off of drugs or prevent them from even getting addicted or trying drugs. You know, there's people that, you know, were homeless and now they're multimillionaires, and they share their story of how they went from, you know, being homeless, sleeping in their car, to $1 million mansions, or starting a business, or, you know, advancing through their careers. There's people that dropped out of school that succeed, and they tell you that college isn't the only way to be successful. So don't beat yourself up if you know, don't get into medical school or nursing school, or, you know, you flunked out of, you know, you failed your bar exam to be a lawyer. Like, that's not your that's not how you're defined, but it can be your defining moment to go and be better, to go create something new, a new story. You know, our mistakes aren't there to bury us or stop us or keep us from moving. It can be there to build us to a different level, to launch us to a new standard. But too many times we hide in shame, or we get fearful because we don't want to make another mistake. It hurt. We touched the oven and it burnt us, and now we're scared to touch anything else in the kitchen. No, you should strive to make mistakes. You should be happy to make mistakes and know that there's a lesson from it, that something better is coming from that. Now don't keep making the same mistake. If you learned, a lesson, don't keep, shooting yourself in the foot. Don't be stupid, but, learn from it and embrace mistakes. And remember that you don't make mistakes, or mistakes don't make you. You make mistakes, but you can be better from them. And I wish you peace and blessings on the journey.